boy, did I hit the fucking nail on the head that we'll be wrapping up this Avatar arc soon. I mean, we've only got like one more week of the 2 double chapters, so yeah, be surprised when we actually see that big announcement that Heroes is going to be announcing, and the final 2 chapters, I'm guessing, of this Avatar arc. So I think a lot of people are going to be starting calling out some bullshit, like, through these chapters, like, saying, like, oh my god, here we go back to old fairy tale manners, and maybe some people who don't know, it's like, whoa, 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 like, what the fuck just happened? Like, we kept already in, like, 30 seconds into the video, and you're, like, already calling stuff. Nope, not gonna say that, but I will say what's in these chapters first before I exactly say how I feel about them. But firstly, I've got to say, I really do like the Juthia, like, just colour page. Just saying, you know? I mean, why would there be any reason at all that my favourite girl of all the fairy tales should be on there? Just saying, we need more fucking Juthia colours. Just saying, hero. We just need it. But even through the start of this chapter, like, we see, like, the leader of, like, the Avatar Guild, like, one of the big priest motherfucker, and he's like, I'm not gonna lie, I think if we had more time with this motherfucker, his powers would have been cool. Like, he's actually conjuring out, like, magic circles from his staff, like, fucking, like, creating, like, these really cool, like, barrier walls and fucking, like, all this stuff that, like, everyone's like, oh, you can't get past, like, his, like, Arlok's, like, fucking magic barrier, and Natsu's just, like, fucking armor titans just, like, fucking rams through it, like, and I like this guy, he tried to do, like, some fucking, like, Naruto shit, where he, like, you know, where Orochimaru kind of fucked up, and he kind of, like, pissed off the Four Tails, like, of, like, Naruto, like, he did one of those things where he's like, I'm just gonna set up as many fucking walls as possible, just to go through that. It's like, yo, Natsu is just like, fuck this wall, fuck this, fuck that wall, and most importantly, fuck you. I'm this, like that, just knocks the motherfucker flat on his ass, and then everyone's thinking like, oh, is that it? Another, like, kind of one shot, probably a lot of people are thinking, and he's like, oh, I burnt my face off just to this day, and at first I'm like, for what? Like, to know that you're gonna accept the burning, like, defeat of Natsu, like, punching you and square in the fucking noggin? Like, what is happening? And he's like, and he did it willingly. So that was kind of interesting that this guy, as you see through his mask, he, like, generally burnt off all his face. And it was like, oh, I'm gonna summon mighty war god, like, of war. Like, I was like, wait, what? Grant me your powers. And he just summons it, and it's like, Ikusatnagi, like, I'm like, fuck is he summoning? Like, what the hell is going around here? And, like, everyone's like, oh, you're just now about to get fucked up. And this massive ass fucking demon-like thing just comes out of the fucking ground. And apparently this is something that's already known. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this was just came out of nowhere. This fucking Ikusatnagi, where he's just generating this giant ass fucking, like, battle god, apparently, of the Akame. Like, I'm pretty sure that's one of, like, Ursa's armor, if I remember, like, one of the Nakagami armor or something like that. I know it was, like, some sort of, like, sort of god armor that she had. And you just see this guy, and I'm not gonna lie, he looks really fucking sick. He looks really fucking sick. Got the fucking big-ass sword, horns, the mane. Really looks terrifying, and it's like, he's like, whoa, what a bastard, like that. He's like treating his fucking comrades like dirt. Unfucking forgettable. That leads into the next chapter where Natsu fucking, like, as he's like dodging the guy he's like creating like fucking like guys. It honestly reminds me of like the Celestial Spirit King in a way. That's how, like, I thought, like, oh, we're gonna have to summon him fucking again to take this guy on. But it's like Natsu fucking running on that sword. Like that, he's getting fucking knocked around a bit through this fucking thing, and it's just like, everyone's like, yo, go Natsu, fucking go, like, and everyone's like, fucking Avatar's like, what can you do against a god of war? And I think this is where Natsu's training come into full fucking, like, fruition. Like, this is where, like, he's finally getting a power to get, like, because I'm guessing that these guys are on dragon level, like subpar, they're, like, on dragon. I mean, when you call something a god, I'm expecting it. Like, I mean, I looked through this chapter saying, like, oh, was this thing not, like, summoned up? Like, I felt like I was trying to make an excuse for Natsu. It's like, because he just, like, with one, and it's a new ultimate move that he learned, he's like, you know, to protect those ones dear to me so I won't lose anyone again. And then I see Igneel, and I'm like, oh, fucking, no. No, not fucking Igneel. No, don't. And he goes, I will become stronger. Let me show you what Igneel's flames are made of. And he just does his ultimate fucking technique. Flame Dragon King's crumbling fist. And he splits the entire fucking wall straight up in half and fucking annihilates him. And then the chapter just ends, oh, you really become a lot fucking stronger. Like, that's... Okay, guys, we kind of knew from the start it wasn't going to be Tartarus. I know that, like, we shouldn't expect not that good arcs after that one, but I feel like I should be ranting about this. But the reason I'm not is because whilst Natsu was going there, while you saw him thinking of Igneel, I was fucking rooting for him. I was like, yeah, Natsu, fuck him up, like that, fuck him up, let's see with your true power. And it just, I saw that and I'm like, such a bittersweet thing, because I'm like, yes, Natsu fucking did it. He fucking showed these avatars. You don't fuck with it. Like, you don't fuck with nobody. Like, you don't fuck with Fairy Tail. You don't fuck with none of them. But like I said last night, we still got another 2 chapters to finish off this big little thing, and that's obviously going to be, so like, one of them's sort of be like the finale, like getting Fairy Tail back together, and then one's probably going to be the setup for the next arc. And they said there was going to be a really big announcement to make. I really wouldn't be surprised if we're going to be wrapping up Fairy Tail soon. I like how far the characters are translated. Like, they just punched a fucking god. Like, Natsu just full strength punched a fucking god and just knocked. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, Hero just says, final arc started. Like, final arc is going to be approaching soon. Or, like, Fairy Tail's like, end is going to be, like, maybe in another 2 arcs or so. So, I think when he said, like, at the Grand Magic Games that he would be halfway through the story, so... You know, that's debatable, but maybe the important big announcement to make is like, oh, by the way, we're going to do like an OVA or something like that, or like something silly like that. But I feel like Hero don't fuck around with the announcements. I think like you just throw them on the side. Here you go, here's a fucking OVA. So yeah, I'm kind of really curious about what the announcement is about it. But I wouldn't be surprised if like, hey, final arc's going to start, you know, because like I think Hero's like shown off before. It's like, he loves Fairy Tail, but I think he wants to move on to something else. Like, he wants to do other stuff at some points. But he shows his passion. He really does show his passion and how much he loves his fans. And and I love these chapters, honestly. I think they're really cool to read in a bulk. I really do like that. Like, should I call it out? Even though I'm just like, I fucking love it because it was like Natsu and I feel really happy about that. No, of course not. That's not the fact. Like, the fact is that still he one-shotted a fucking monster. Like, he just fucking annihilated, like... Whether you know if that thing was at like full power or not, I'm guessing so. Like, because I mean, it seems like all the things were set up for it. So, yeah, I guess that's what. Like, I don't know whether it's just to knock it off for that or just like, well, that's Fairy Tail at this point. Like, that's Fairy Tail, and you know that, and you expect that. So why are you going to complain about like, oh, look, it's 6-1? I mean, if you're still reading Fairy Tail at this point and you hate it, then like, what the fuck are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here, you know? Like, that's the whole thing. But other than that, yeah, I enjoyed it personally. Both chapters all together, overall score, I'd give them 7.5. Like, it was good stuff. It had issues, but I still fucking loved it, guys. So let me know in the comment section down below, but that is all from me. So thank you very much for watching. As always, what do you think the announcement's going to be? But I'll see you guys next time.